big money in politics has completely taken politicians out of the realm of regular people because they have to stay on this script for their donors. And it is completely effed up everybody in the Republican race except Trump because he doesn't have to answer to these people, and Sanders. And it's totally hitting Clinton now because she does have to pay. I mean, did you know that like from Big Farm, she got like in the last year, a couple years, like $2 million in personal speaking fees.
Yeah.
Personal speaking fees. So she's not going to.
She feels our pain. She understands the pain.
Right, but she's not going to support any one payer, anything that jeopardizes the people that are giving her millions of dollars to give speeches, and so it makes her do stuff like lie. I mean, she already lies about everything anyway, but it just perpetuates even more lies. And it doesn't allow her to be in touch with anything that the people really care about. And it's especially true for the Republicans because how can they talk about anything that people really care about when their donors don't care about it?
Yeah.
And so they've got all these plans that screw everybody except their donors. So it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's as you said, and there was really no substance to anything last night, especially on the economy, which was very disappointing. But you're right. If you, and this is why the diabolical one didn't say anything about Wall Street, because we know he's connected there, and that's one of his big problems. He can't say, I'm against the one percenters. Wait a second, I'm getting my money from a lot of the one percenters. Because if you take out the evangelicals who abandoned, Ben Carson now, the stoned one.
The stoned one.
He's picked them up, but he's also got Wall Street. So Trump was the clear winner because he doesn't have to pander to those people. He just says what he wants. And is he right about China? Of course he's right about China. So, and he had a very good explanation for the 45%. Because that's what they devalue their currency. So he doesn't have to do that. He's going to sit in the room with them and say, look, we're all businessmen. Let's make a deal. You want to make some money? We want to make some money. Oh, by the way, the balance of trade is zero. We're on a level playing field. If it's not zero, we got to tax you.
Well, and the thing is, the people are pissed. The people are pissed. And the candidates beholden to the 1% cannot, it is impossible for them to be in touch with the people or to care about what the people want. Because what the people want is not what the donors want.
Right.
And so, good luck connecting with people, anybody but Sanders and Trump. And by Trump, I mean, he can say whatever he wants. So he says things that connect with people. He can go onto subjects. He can hit subjects that the other candidates just cannot touch on. Like they cannot even touch Wall Street, and Hillary Clinton in the same boat because her donors are big pharmaceutical companies and private jails, and Wall Street, and so she can pander and kind of beat around the bush about stuff, but can't really connect with people. And when she does or tries to, it comes off as completely fake. And now she's lying and getting Chelsea. By the way, Chelsea, I'm sorry, no charisma.
No.
No.
Well, the whole family's just turned creepy. The whole
Right.
family. I mean, Bill's now creepy. They're all creepy.
And look at how much Hillary has aged in 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean, she is not looking good.
That hit on the head must have really done something.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like you look at it, and go, you want this to be our president? I mean, she's talking out of all sides of her mouth. Like I'm a sweet grandma, but I'm tough, and I'm this, but I'm this, and attacking Bernie from the right and the left. And you know what? There's nothing to hang on to. And the thing with these corporate candidates is because they have nothing inside of them. There's nothing inside of them to hang on to except keeping their constituents, keeping the people, their cronies, for happy. And you have Sanders and Trump have something they can grab onto and be passionate about because they're not beholden to anybody.
Well, the other people, their idea of integrity means a bank balance. In other words, my campaign has this much money, that's my integrity. It's not, I have these beliefs in what's right and wrong, and that's my basis.
Right. Well, and clearly the super PAC thing, at least in exclamation points, it's not working. The dude spent over like $60 million and he's like in sixth place. And it's like we're in a world of social media and grassroots. Let's get excited. Let's get pumped. Let's feel like we're a part of something. And you can be a part of something with somebody who has convictions that share your convictions. And how can you connect with anybody when your convictions are for a bunch of freaking lobbyists and banks?
Well, to that point, I remember the comment that was made by the commentator before the varsity debate. And he said the only two people that, when they show up, bring out a crowd are Trump and Sanders. Everybody else, they show up, and there are more reporters there than there are people.
I think even OMalley had an event in Iowa and one person showed up and he was undecided. You know, because people respond to conviction. They respond to passion about something, whether it's right or wrong. And if you're just a bunch of talking points, if
Well,
you're like
and it's really
little sweet Marco Rubio, who's just a walking talking point of bad talking points.
But my point about Marco was his supporters will think he did a good job. You know, they'll give him more money.
Right. But his supporters are not the people.
No, they're not the people. They're the established. I mean, he's the last super establishment candidate.
Right, and they love him because he has no moral compass. He has no convictions. His convictions are what his people giving him money tell him to talk about, because he does flip-flop on everything because he's just a tool. He's a tool. He's an investment.
Yeah.
It's like he's like the Tony Romo and he's got Jerry Jones, paying his salary. Yeah. And so he sucks, and they all do, because nobody has any real convictions of their own, and the people are not taking it anymore, man. Yeah. They're not taking it anymore, and Hillary is going to continue to implode because it'll be fun to watch the next debate because she's going to get defensive, and she's already lying, and clearly the people don't like her. And imagine what it's like when she's surrounded by all her people telling her how great she is. Oh, when you were on Ellen, your dancing was so great. It was so funny. You were so cool on Ellen. I loved it when you were on Ellen. Whoever told her she was funny, but that's what you have to do. Could you imagine? You can't be in her circle and not constantly tell her that she's great. You are so great. You are so funny. You have such a great sense of humor. You are so smart. You are so amazing. It's all she hears constantly, and
Did I tell you you're amazing?
You're amazing. So she has no idea how much people loathe her. And none of these people are in touch with anything that's going on,
No.
And
well, for most of them, life doesn't exist outside the Beltway. The Beltway is the stopping point. And
right. And the Beltway, it was decreed that it would be Bush and Clinton. That was decreed when this all started out. It was decreed. This is it. And now it's like, oh crap, Yeah,
I think they're all feeling it like this show is about to end. We've had a good run here, but the people are starting to say, no, I'm not buying it anymore.
Now they're figuring out, how do we cheat our way into it? How are we going to broker these conventions? That's their fallback plan now. Like, all right, if Trump, we got to get rid of Trump. Maybe we bring Paul Ryan and Nikki Haley in as our ticket. We broker another ticket. They're all with the cigars in the back room going, all right, we can't have Trump as our nominee. We can't do it. We got to broker this thing. And on the DNC side, they're going, all right, well, if Hillary gets indicted, or if the Byrne does this, we gotta bring John Kerry in.
Yeah.
Somebody or Al Gore. We got to bring back these other guys that lost the these retreads, these establishment retreads, and bring them in. That's what they're planning now. How do we crowbar this?
Yeah.
And what's so sad is what it should be is somebody like Sanders would be a Democratic sweep. He would ignite he's really what Obama should have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody like Obama comes in, oh, hope and change, this is going to be great.
I want to say that I think he'd have change. I just don't, in my own heart right now, have the feeling that he has the answer of what to do. And why I'm saying that is because he wants to do the right thing. What is the right thing to do? Okay, free college for everybody. That's not going to grow the economy. It's not. So, can you, as I said, you can tax the rich at 100% and you won't balance the budget. You have to grow the economy and grow the tax base.
Well, the bottom line is at least things are going to get shaken up. And
and at least people say it's not going to be the same thing over and over.
Right, and at least somebody like Sanders would get excitement in the base and could get a good down ticket thing, and it would bring a lot more progressive candidates out, and it could do a progressive wave where things could actually start to change a little bit, and you could get some new ideas. Otherwise, it's just going to be the same old, and incoming.
No, that's not going to work in this election because people are going to say, "Oh, if you're the same old, I'm not voting for you." I mean, they're not showing up to vote. Like if it's Hillary, the Democrats aren't going to show up at the ballot box. Or I'm voting against you. I'm showing up, and I don't even care who the other person is. I'm just showing up to vote against.
Well, the other thing too is that Trump and Sanders are not real Republicans and Democrats. They're not real Republicans. They're not in their system. They're not in their network. So it just screws everything up. You know, they want somebody in the network that will basically do the bidding of the network. And the Republicans and the Democrats are the same network. It's the Wall Street 1% freaking network. They're all in the same network. The only difference is social issues to a degree, you know. And
to a minor degree, but again, the main thing as far as the country and even which affects most of the social issues is the economy, and they're in the same spot.
Right. I mean, Hillary will get us in a war as quick as any of those Republicans, as fast as any of them. It will be in another quagmire like that. So, you know.
But that's why the diabolical one keeps saying, "I'm the conservative choice." Remember, he keeps saying conservative. Because he knows that Trump is a conservative, so that's who he's positioning totally against Rubio and Trump. He can't say he's more conservative than Rubio because Rubio is owned by the conservative people. So, but he positioned himself against Trump as I'm the conservative choice. Okay, do the people really want a conservative? I mean, I don't think so.
Well, diabolical one like Clinton has been playing a long con since he got into this. Yeah. You know, like his whole filibustering, it's all part of the long con to position himself as the outsider that nobody likes so that he can have that appeal to the people. You know, like, well, I'm in the establishment, but I'm not really the establishment. Mm-hmm. You know, he's trying to, but even Elizabeth Warren is an example of that, who's kind of positioned herself out on the left, but she's still in the establishment. You know, she's still part of the establishment, even though, like, she's got I'm in the establishment, but I'm not the establishment. But ultimately, her allegiance is to the establishment.
She's going to toe the line. She will toe the line when they say, "Here's the line."
And that would really make itself clear if before the primary's over, she endorses Clinton, which I don't think she will.
I think, I think where she's coming down is where a lot of the people in the Democratic or the DNC are coming down is what the hell will happen if she gets indicted? I mean, you heard.
Well, it's the same point that Trump made with Cruz. It's like, if there's any question of his citizenship, why risk this? Because Alan Grayson, who's a congressman in Florida, is going to put a lawsuit against Cruz if he gets a nomination because he's found this proof that his mother might not have even been an American citizen when he was born. So he's going to immediately throw that injunction on him. So it's like, what Trump's point is why, even if there's a 1% chance, why take that chance?
Yeah, because that chance is you lose, period. You just lost.
Right. Why even consider it that there's a chance?
And that's
a very good point.
That's the problem with Hillary is it 20 or 30%? Not 1%. It's like a high. It's maybe not 50, but it's a high percentage. She's getting indicted,
Well,
or at least these charges are going to come out.
well,
And
and if this Obama scenario, the 2008 scenario plays out again, people are going to start jumping off that Clinton ship because they're going to see, all right, wait a minute, we want to get in with the winner because that's what happened with Obama. People started to see, wait a minute, we got to get on the winning side here because we're going to be effed if we're not on the winning side. Which
yeah,
sadly, those people jumping ship to Obama, I think, ultimately corrupted the man. And
yeah.
the big money came in and said, all right, you're going to be our pony now. And it's like, okay, boy. They pulled him in the room and said, your hope and change agenda, nah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Go play golf.
Go play golf and, fight your little healthcare fight, but stay away from Wall Street, punk. And
Yeah.
that's what happened to him. And it ain't gonna fly with Sanders, so they're scared shitless of him. And
or the Donald because he's not returning the phone calls.
no, they're just like, what are we gonna do, man?